And a very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Monday. It is the start of another working week. Hope everybody is doing well. Over on Twitch, welcome to Georgia, to Kambe, and to Tortles X Ra. And on YouTube, welcome into Sam Heath, Gemma Barnes, Seth Kearney, and Adrian. I hope everyone's doing very well today here on this Monday. Tried something a little bit different with the intro screen. We have this little mini game that we will be playing every break and every intro now. So we'll keep this leaderboard running. It's just something to do to fill the time while we're waiting for things to start. But we are running Mega Aerodactyl today as our first challenge run. Welcome in, Andrew. I hope you're doing very well today. So, let's get the graphics up and let's take a look at our Aerodactyl. We are going to be starting, of course, at level 5, as we always do. We are holding the berry with wing attack. We've got 16 in attack, 12 in defense and special attack, 14 in special defense, and 9 in speed. Once again, we have that issue with the box, don't we? The game box, for whatever reason, is just not playing ball. It's not cooperating. You can see it's got a little bit over the edge there. So we will fix that once again and hope that it sticks this time. So I hope everyone's doing well today. We are hopefully going to do 2 challenge runs, depending on time. We will show you how the megas work as we get through the course of this challenge. I just need to lock a group there. So let's get the timer running, and I'll tell you all about how the megas work. There are 2 parts we need for the Mega Evolution. We need both the Mega Stone and the Mega Ring. We'll get the Mega Ring, I believe, from the Kimono Girls, and then we'll get the Mega Stone from Jasmine. And when we've got both of those pieces together, we will be able to Mega Evolve. That is how it should work in theory. It worked like that in the last couple of streams. And we are only able to Mega Evolve in battle. Out of battle will still be our regular Aerodactyl. So hopefully that clears it up a little bit. It's just like how it works in Gen 6, except we only have 1 Mega Stone, because there isn't space for all of the Megastones for each individual species. As much as I would have loved to have coded in, how many would it have been? 20 odd of the same item? Thought just go for 1 Megastone. You never know, we might see another Mega Venusaur. I did test it, and in testing we got the Aerodactyl sprite, but you never know. This challenge run base likes to do strange things, doesn't it? And once we are through this challenge, if we've got time, I've got around about 3.5 hours for this stream today. We will try and do a second challenge today on stream as well. So you got me for the long haul, hopefully. I say that, it all depends on how quickly we get through Aerodactyl. We know it's a fairly fast Pokemon, but just how fast is another question. Name the rival, triple question mark. We can be on our merry way. Get the Pokeballs, we won't be using those until we get into the forest. Also, apologies if the car stereo outside is coming through on the microphone. Hope I don't get copyright for that. Have fun on your call, Kambe. Double check that we got that berry. And we're absolutely going to be going into Sprout Tower. Welcome in, Bundy Buddy, and I'll keep everything crossed for the results of the interview, Gemma. I hope you're doing very well today, Bundy. One of the beauties of starting with Aerodactyl is that we don't really have any roadblocks early on in game. Thank you for the tackle there, Andrew, and thank you for the quick attack that I forgot to mention earlier. 35 PP for wing attack is fantastic as well. It means we don't have to heal very often. And that's always a big bonus. And a base 60 power move to begin with is nothing to sniff at either. And if we come across something like a Bellsprout, there's no reason not to knock it out. Yes, I have created the Mega Ring and the Stone Mechanic. We'll see that hopefully in about half an hour's time. So we do have a little bit of a way to go. We'll get the first part from the Kimono Girls, the second part from Jasmine. Try to keep it relatively in line with the progression you'd get in Gen 6. So we won't be seeing the Mega straight off the bat. And as we've learned from last week's streams, Mega evolving sometimes makes the challenges more difficult. I have done Mega Alakazam, actually. I was about to say no, I haven't, but then I remembered I did. That was one of the first I did a few months ago when I was getting this coding first into the game. So we can run Mega Alakazam. I'll probably do Alakazam from the start with that one, because nobody wants to sit around as we teleport to get struggle. I hope you've not overeaten too much on the toast, Django. Not a big fan of toast myself. Never been a fan of the lightly singed bread. I've got a feeling at the moment there's nothing that's going to get in our way. Whitney will be super effective against us, but we're almost certainly going to outspeed. We've got Hidden Power Fire purely for Jasmine, because I reckon she's going to be the toughest. I can't eat cheese. I'm lactose intolerant, and that... It's not great not being able to eat cheese when so many people enjoy it. I've purposely avoided most things, even remotely similar to cheese, so that I don't get FOMO with it. There's our first non-one-hit KO, who of course are very defensive Pokemon. It took a whole 2 HP's worth of damage there. I have to have pizza without cheese, and honestly it's just sad. I didn't have pizza until I was like 21, 22. Grow to level 12. One-shot this Pidgey. And up to Falconer we go. The cheese sort of acts as the glue on pizza, doesn't it? To keep everything together. So if I order it for delivery, everything's moved about in transit. Yep, Mudslap did not work there. Took a couple of HP's worth of damage from the most pathetic gust I think we've seen Falconer do. Time of 6:22, by the way, for the Zephyr badge. Let's move on. Nope, that's the top floor of the Pokemon Center. We don't want to go there. We'll get the Prosecure Berry and we'll be on our merry way. Once again, we might as well beat up any Pokemon that come in front of us. It's not like they're going to do too much damage to us. Unlucky for some level 13 against the Rats. We one-shot the Zubat as well, of course we do. We have out of battle 105 attack. That at the moment in battle translates to 41 in attack. And of course, Wing Attack is now effective 101 power. Maybe even higher than that in battle, actually. Because we do get the boost from Falconer's badge. We don't need agility at all. It's one of those moves. The only reason it's on the learn set at the moment is because we've got now else to put in its place. Getting quite a few encounters this time, but we're not going to complain too much. If it's all one-shots, it's all valuable stat experience. Three one-shots there. We've got to get through the cave now, though. There are a couple of spinners in the cave, which could be problematic. Just like that. Absolutely ludicrous there. Goodness me. Now we can learn Swift, but I'm not sure if we're going to. Because it will take a couple of moments to get the TM. And I don't think there's anything where we'd use Swift where Wing Attack wouldn't be just as good coming up. I skip those ones at the moment because we don't have anything to knock them out particularly quickly. So they mostly have rock types, and Wing Attack would not be any good against the rocks. Therefore, we skip those to save a little bit of time. And now we're going to pause the timer talking of time so that we can catch our HM friends. They are, of course, guaranteed encounters, and they're also guaranteed to catch first ball. But we still pause the timer because there is variance in between getting the random encounters. This time we got them fairly quickly. Other times we can be looking for over a minute. Oh, that Mewtwo run with so many encounters. That is the trouble with early game. That's why in the Challenge Run patch, there is the option, if you want to disable wild encounters, there's the option to borrow the Professor's Repel, which is just a global switch for wild Pokemon encounters. I personally don't borrow it because I like having the randoms. But that option is there. If you do want to download the patch, by the way, trainersquidgy.com is the place to go. That's where you can get that patch, the Gift Lock patch, a regular Nuzlocke patch, and all of the backports we do together here on the channel. One more Rocket Grunt to go in this section, and then we can move on. One shot critical hit, not going to complain at that. And we might as well do full trainers in this gym. It's just free experience to us handed on a platter. Caterpie goes down, Weedle will do the same. Honestly, there ain't much that can stop us until Whitney. If we get the same kind of luck we got on the Gift Lock with Whitney, she could be a bit of a roadblock. Exactly, being in the slow experience group, if we've got these easy encounters, we might as well take them. Because it's going to be a slog to get anywhere near Whitney's level. I don't know why I'm talking to Bugsy from the left today. We never go on the left. Not that it's going to make any difference at all to the outcome of this battle. Think it's a range here? Yeah. But if that's the worst Bugsy can do, we're not in a bad position. 1142 for the Hive badge. Belly Drum, Dynamic Punch, Clamp, Surf, and the rest. And that was the big threat of Rival 2 gone. He hates the weak, so he must hate himself. Let's get those repels up to tippy top spot. We can learn Headbutt. How weird. Not complaining, Headbutt's a very busted move. But it's still a little bit odd that our bird can Headbutt. Got Cut and Flash now on our Paris. Halfway to its completed learn set. We'll teach Headbutt, we'll Repel. Grab the pair of ethers. Don't need sweet scent on this one. Didn't actually mean to take on this person, but such is life. It shouldn't be too hard. Get ourselves some variety? No, various stat experience is the word I was trying to spit out there. Gina's just going to be free today, isn't she? But then when isn't Gina free, really? Campotod with his duck. And now we'll pause the timer to get Abra. "14 minutes since Goldenrod is not bad at all. Aerodactyl does have a very strong jawline, doesn't it? HM friends are complete now that we've got Kenya. Oh, we've been Fire Breather waltzed. Not that it's any issue, it should be 2 one-shots. And we didn't get Juggler Irwind, that's the main thing there. Grab ourselves Dig, we'll teach that to Paris in a little bit. And we'll say, oh hi to Psychic Mark. Abraline has no physical defense, so it's just going to be 3-1 hits. And a good litmus test is this particular schoolboy here with his Tangela. Tangela's very bulky, but it just goes down in one. We might have to come back for the Quickie C later. It depends how slow we are. Teleport our way back to Goldenrod. And let's get ourselves into gym number 3. One mandatory in this gym. She's got a Schnabbababababble. Not a one-shot, but Scary Face failed. I like Crobat. I'm looking forward to its challenge run. Clefairy, you didn't have to do that. There we go, we got a reset because the Clefairy went boom, and it wasn't even just a little boom, it was a big boom. There we go. Not the cleanest Whitney battle in the world, but we still get through. I'm not looking forward to Dragonite just because I don't want to start with Dratini. Yep, Sweet Kiss did almost screw us over there. I always say it's not the Miltank I'm worried about, it's that Clefairy. Having access to virtually any move in the game, it can screw you over hard. The earth-shattering kaboom! Starts off with Flareon, should be a 2-shot. Second up is going to be Peskeon. range here, or just one shot. Shows what I know. Umbreon's more than likely a 2-shot, maybe even a 3. 2-shot, perfect. Vaporeon's water gun might hurt a little bit here. And then finally, we've got a Jolteon. Those of you who haven't seen the Mega Evolution yet, here is our first thing. We get the Mega Ring. Found it in the Burnt Tower, apparently, and that's half of our things we need to Mega Evolve our Aerodactyl. We've got 2 and a bit gym leaders to go before we Mega Evolve, but for now we're going to go into this cave here, Mount Mortar, and we are going to get ourselves Hidden Power. Double crit from that Nidoking, goodness me. Not getting the best of luck on the RNG on this run so far. Battled the wrong person here. I meant to battle the Pokemaniac with the Nido. We'll do that anyway. Level 25 acquired. Grab the full restore. We'll grab the rare candy at the same time. And I think today we will grab this elixir. Oh, for God's sake, I was looking the wrong way. There's a Hoot Hoot. Every time I try and dig there. It's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to teleport there. There's the bike shop giving us a call. I think we're going to play it a little bit safe here and do Lighthouse next. Gives us a teeny tiny bit of insurance. Just in case things go a little bit awry in the next part of the challenge. And it isn't a massive time loss either. There we go. Yep, Hidden Power Fire for Jazz. Directly targeted for Jazz because we've got Ancient Power for Lance. Which will also do a fair amount of damage against Price's Pokemon. We are going pretty goddamn fast today. Seeing as we're already heading to Lighthouse. Haven't done Mortar yet. We've got Iron Tail or Steel Wing if we want to miss against Brock. Let's get ourselves into Lighthouse. Steel Wing is also Lavender Town, well, rock tunnel. There are 2 steel wing TMs. But you can get it in the Lavender Town entrance of rock tunnel. First item ball as you go straight up. And good morning, D1. It's going very well so far, apart from an exploding Clefairy. That's very true about there not being a very good steel move until Gen 4. Wing attack should be a one-shot. Don't even think we're going to need the sharp beak for this run. We'll get the medication for Jasmine in just a moment. But first, we've got to head back to Ekriseek, because we've got Rival 3 and Morty to take on in here. So we'll start off with Rival 3. Haunter, I barely know her. Hidden Power's comfortably a one-shot now. Interesting, he went for Leah. I was fully expecting a water-type move there. Well, that was easy. See if we can keep it going now as we go into the gym. Fun fact, if you outspeed Whitney's Miltank, you are guaranteed to outspeed Morty's Gengar. Welcome in, Peach. I hope you're doing well today. Because of the speed boost you get from Whitney, it is a guarantee that if you outspeed that Miltank, you'll outspeed the Gengar. Even without any further levels. Welcome in, Chad. I hope you're doing well. A busy Monday, but I'm helping with productivity. I think that's the first time I've ever helped anybody with productivity. Normally I'm the opposite. Just full of distractions. Exactly, we can get Stab plus the Omniboost on Ancient Power. Didn't quite one-shot the Gengar, so it was lucky we had that berry. Because Hypnosis might have hit. It didn't, but it could have. I am very glad that we are running physical Ancient Power. It would not be a good time for Aerodactyl if it was special. But then we would get Rock Slide. We'll teach Surf and Strength to Psyduck. Stone Edge is a really good move. I can't see any issues in this gym, honestly. I think we're just going to sweep. One shot on a Machop. One shot on a Machoke. No guard with Stone Edge is good. Lance cheats, that's why it's on his learn set. Genuinely, I feel like Dark should be physical and Ghost should be special. There we go. Chuck done. Kenya getting ideas above Kenya's station there. Going into first slot for just a second in the party then. I know, a shiny Gyarados. We're in shock. I'm in so much shock that I forgot to catch it again. Oh dear. We have so many chances with that Gyarados and I keep forgetting every single time. I feel like the vibes of Ghost make it so it should be a special. I know, we're really trusting of Lance here, aren't we? He's just committed murder, and he's like, follow me into the basement, I promise nothing bad will happen. I've never heard anyone say Dragon should be physical before, but honestly, kind of makes sense. Choice of moves here against this Venonat. 3/4 of our moves would be super effective and the other's headbutt. Can totally see Poison being special as well. Password number 1 is Slowpoke Tail. Let's get password number 2. I think they went a little bit over the top with Steel's resistances in Gen 2. It took them all the way to, what, Gen 6 to fix it? Because it lost its resistance to, was it Psychic and Dark in Gen 6? Ghost and Dark, that was it. It's been a while since I've played anything above Gen 3. Even to this day, I don't know Fairy's type matchup. No matter how many times I'm told it. It just escapes the brain. It's very good to be streaming again. This is the second week back. I'm having lots of fun, especially with these megas. Wonder if that was a range against Arbok. Steel's the opposite of Ice in that sense, isn't it? Ice resists just itself, whereas Steel resists 10 types. Fighting has definitely become more common as an attacking type in later generations. You barely see it in Gen 2. Gen 3 with a physical special split would be very interesting. Fighting has aged like a fine wine in Pokémon. Because in Gen 1, it was just naff. Whereas in later gens, it's actually viable. Oh, pee off, Border Douglas. Have to take an unnecessary heal there because of Border Douglas and ranges. Well, that's not how to get to Price, is it? Goodness me. Start off with a wing attack against Seal. Try an Ancient Power, see if we get an Omni Boost. Nope. That should hopefully KO. Then that should one-shot, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Just had to play it in the right order there. It is almost mega time. One more gym left to go. We're doing a little bit of housekeeping first. There are a few bits and bobs we need to pick up. Get ourselves return. And then let's sell some stuff we don't need. Don't have hands, not going to use Icy Wind. No Shadow Ball, Mud Slap, Detect, Attract, or Fury Cutter. Hold the charcoal as well as pumping in all the vitamins. Gonna give ourselves the best possible chance of beating up Jazz here. Talking to Jazz, I think we've kept her hanging long enough. Welcome in, Comrade Oddball. That is a very, very good point. I genuinely don't know what some of these gym leaders are thinking. With us having this flying, presumably screaming bloody murder demon from the Mesozoic era. Right, if we beat Jasmine, then we'll be in for a good time. I don't know what I was going to say at the end of that sentence. Let's start off with Hidden Power. It's a one-shot on Magnemite. Another one-shot on the other Magnemite. Steelix, you poor, poor bugger. No special defense behind you. And there's the Mega Stone. With that, we'll make our way into Mahogany Town. Scary Face would be perfect against Steelix making its own Scary Face. I always breathe a sigh of relief after I teach Waterfall, because that should be the last compulsory move menuing from the bag. I'm getting really good at that Strength Stone. I'm consistently not messing it up now. Elm's like, gets the radio tower, and I'm like, no, I've got goodies to pick up. People have left presents in the ice path. Just about had enough money for our our max repels. I can't remember what that item is. Oh, another elixir, and then there is the Nugget of Wisdom down here. And let's go straight into the rockets. We're making very good time. Normally, we would have taken a break by now, but we're on a bit of a roll. So I reckon we'll take our break probably just around about the League, Clairish, depending on how quickly we get through this. Thank you, Seribot. Did that instantly, didn't even get a chance to read the spam. Muck's a big tanky bugger. One of very few Pokemon we aren't able to one-shot. If there are new Johto Megas, I'll absolutely do them for this as well. I just realised we never split for Jasmine. That's how quick it was. Try and get an Omni boost here. Getting very lucky not getting poisoned by Sludge. There we go, there's the poison. That's why we keep an antidote there. Got so lost on the floors then. I'm not a big fan of difficulty hacks myself. I find I don't get too much enjoyment out of ridiculously hard videos. Ridiculously hard ROM hacks. Will Mega Evolve against the rival? Interesting that he withdrew there. Keeping hidden power just for the Magnemite line. There we go. Easy battle. Now, I do have a cat fussing around, so I might need to take the break a little bit sooner than planned. Gonna see if he's capable of being left to his own devices first. I feel like Aerodactyl would tell the youngers about the good old days. Not even going to bother with a super effective move against the Bumhead Fire Duck there. We might as well just continue using Wing Attack. I mean, I think I'd be in pain as well if giant spikes started protruding out of me. Good sign that we one-shot a goal back there. How many wing attacks we got left? 8. That's absolutely fine. I think Mega Slowbro's just comfy doing anything. Once we've defeated these executives, I'll go on a very quick break. Make sure the cat's okay. And then we'll be good to go for the second and last part of the first challenge of the day. And I hopefully won't have any more voice cracks. It's a word. I said it. Yes, the cat that adopted me. And did behave well during streams for the longest time. But has now decided that he needs all my attention during streams. So we'll get to Blackthorn City, we'll do a heal, and we'll pause the timer at 48:46. We're going to take a very, very quick break. There is going to be a minigame on during the break. You've got to find the Pokemon from the letters on screen. We'll see who comes out on top in about 3 and a bit minutes' time. I'll have to try and fix that bug after stream, because for some reason, even though Absol was a valid answer, it wasn't being picked up then. But we shall come back to that later. At the moment, Kanbei is still in the lead. Turtles X Ra in second place, Georgia in third place, and then Cheaty Me in fourth. Let's get back to the challenge. Just going to have a very quick sip of drink if I can find it. It's always good to keep hydrated on the stream. I've gone for the Pepsi today, as opposed to the Coca-Cola. It's weird not having an attached lid on those little bottles. Right, let's get the timer back up and running. At 48:48. It's time to try and beat up Claire. That sounds like a good name for the 8th gym leader. It's pulling from both the Witch, the Twitch, and the YouTube chat. But for some reason, it might time out on YouTube chat. I think that could be the issue. Nice crit there on the Seadra. Water gun did a little bit of damage there, but not too much. It looks like if we mega, we can one-shot the level 37 Dragonair rather. So we don't have too much to worry about there. We've got Return in our back pocket as a little bit of an insurance. Because Return is now more powerful than Wing Attack. Not the full fat Coke today, we've got the full fat Beps instead. There isn't much between Return and Wing Attack. But Return has a very slight edge. There we go, Claire all defeated. It's time to get her badge. Coke Zero is just a better drink than Diet Coke, and I couldn't tell you why. I prefer the taste of Zero over Diet. It's probably a different formulation to the artificial sweeteners or something. That is true, Diet Coke has a very distinct flavour. Rising badge, 5135. I do like Pepsi Max. Let's now move on towards the Pokemon League. Oh, I remember the whole new Coke stuff. It was a bit of a marketing disaster, wasn't it? We're going in very low level to the league, I've just noticed. Dasani was a whole hot mess. At least in this country. Claire was easy once we megaed. No issues at all with her. I think the big threat now is going to be Lance. That is a very good point. Why do a lot of these random trainers have significantly more interesting teams than the Rockets? Double Quillfish and a Susan for this Fisher here. We'll get him beat up. Then we only really need to take on one or two more trainers for me to feel comfortable. That Kingler's also a good litmus test for how you're going to do in the league with how powerful it is. At least physically defensive-wise. I've never heard of White Claw, so I'm not familiar with this either. We'll Super Repel here, and we'll move our Max Repels up to Tippy Top spot now. And we can learn Earthquake. So we're going to get rid of Hidden Power Fire now. Because this is going to be 4 times super effective on the Magnemite line. Also gives us an answer to the Electric and the Rock type. But we're going to start off by attacking a Sneasel with our wings. There we go. Easy rival. It does sound like a Pokemon item, doesn't it? We'll heal up just before the league. We'll say thank you to the HM friends. So it's a big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, merci to Paris. And the biggest thank you of all goes to you wonderful green names in the YouTube chat. And the people with the little badges next to them in the Twitch chat. We're going to get our 4 full restores. We'll either need them or we won't. And let's have a very quick look at our stats going into the league. Level 48 with 152 HP, holding the Megastone with Wing Attack, Ancient Power, Earthquake and Return. 139 in attack, 96 in defense, 97 in special attack, 112 in special defense, and 160 in speed. Those, of course, the outer battle stats will get a big buff in battle, as we'll see now against Will. He's our first league member. He is a Psychic type specialist who leads with Xatu. So one shot on Will's Xatu and on his Jinx. Not a one shot on the Slowbro though, as it swears at us. Back to the one shot for Executor. And then we get confused by this last Xatu. Oh no. Of bloody course. We got very lucky at Whitney. I've also not got a save state before this match. We got very lucky with the confusion at Whitney. And now it's bitten us in the bum here. So we've got to rewind all the way through this friggin' battle. Executor's like an off-brand Jinx, isn't it? It's bum 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 bum. Those of you wondering why on earth I've just made an Executor cry, it's one of our channel point redeems over on Twitch. Let's get back on with Will. I'll restart the timer in just a moment or two. Want to resync to about how long it was in the battle before I realised that we had no save state. There we go. This time we'll actually use Ancient Power like we should have done first time. That's how that battle should have gone. Up second is Koga. I could see Koga with a Meowscarada. Throw a rock at the Crobat to finish it off. Up third is going to be Bruno. How unexpected of him, going down in one shot. That is a very good point. How do we use Rock Salt at sea? It's time for Karen. HP up strategy works there. Very happy about that. Very, very clean Karen fight, actually. 1 hour, 7 seconds. Now, Lance could be a different story. We'll have to see how we get on here. Good start. Good middle. Oh, that was a range. Think we might have lost this battle, you know. Yep. I was hoping to range on that Gyarados to try and get the Omni Boost. Of course, we can't hold the Persecure Berry, because otherwise we won't be able to Mega. Just got to dodge one of these Thunder Waves. That should one-shot. Lucky critical hit. There we go. $102.01. Let's get our final Hall of Fame time. Of 102.18 for the Mega. Now, there is going to be a poll for the next few moments, because we are doing 2 runs today. And it's going to be Absol next. And the question is, a regular or Mega? 5 minutes is the poll time over on Twitch. When I remember to end the poll, is the poll time on YouTube. In the meantime, we will withdraw our HM friends. We've got places to go, people to see. That is very true. Lance will always be a bit of a luck fest for Aerodactyl. It's not quite got the moves. God, my menuing there was atrocious. On CSS Aqua we go. Should hopefully be a very, very smooth run from here. I was thinking about adding Mega Typhlosion in, giving it a sprite based off its Hisuian form. But I'm only going to do that if the other two get Megas. Of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get that rare candy from the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Almost forgot it. Double checking I got the radio card. Had a brief moment of panic then. It's looking like Mega Absol is winning out as well at the moment. The good thing about how Megas are incorporated is it's not done as a separate species. It's a variant of the same species. So it means that I have the room to incorporate Megas a lot easier than I do for other backports. And even though we're at a type of disadvantage against Surge here, there was no sense in Megaing, because that would have taken up a little bit of extra time. And with Earthquake almost guaranteed to be a one-shot on everything, might as well just go in full go mode. I do think the code for the Mega Evolutions is the proudest, or the code I should say that I'm proudest of, in all of the Challenge Run base. Because we'd been chipping away at it for a good 18 months before we got the breakthrough. Let's take on Erica. One shot on Tangler, so we should be good for the rest of the battle. (10704) for our second Cantonian badge. It's time to make it 10804-ish for our third one. Though that levelling up will have slowed us down ever so slightly. It's time for Janine, everyone's favourite pushover. Once again, it should be a very easy battle. What a 803 for Janine's badge. It's been a while since we've had issues with Super Nerd Tom over here. But my God, was he being a bellend then. Good morning, Daniel. I hope you're doing very well today. There's the other Steelwing TM, by the way. If you were interested as to where it was. Some shocking movement there. Have fun with Dark Souls 2. Let us go to Saffron once more. Welcome back, SB Flame Gaming. I believe there are 3 streams for you to catch up on, if you so desire. And welcome in, Gigi. Happy Monday to you as well. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. We'll mega against Sabrina. No sense in not megaing here. Gives us that little bit of extra insurance. 3 one-shots is the order of the day for Sabrina there. 110.03. Happy birthday, SB Flame Gaming. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Right, I suppose we'd better do Nugget Bridge. Don't want to, but we have to. Another withdrawal. The AI is withdrawing an awful lot lately. I mean, it makes no difference either way. If anything, the withdrawal's possibly slightly quicker. Go a little bit overkill on that Nidoking there. Probably didn't need to Earthquake it, but we did. Show him what for. Show that Parasect what for too. Last trainer on this slog of a bridge. Now it's time for Misty. Let's see how we get on. Start off with a return against the Golduck. Probably our best option is return against that as well. Should mean we one-shot Starmie. Then we'll just fling a rock at Paris at Lapras. Finish it off that way. Cascade badge, 112.36. Shame we can't use Zap Cannon here, but we will get the 07s for Dave in regardless. Off to Lavender. Brief visit to Lavender just for the X-Men card. Then we'll wake up the Snorlax. Only got 3 more badges left to go. Really racing through this one. Level 58 acquired just before Brock. Let's see how we get on. This, I believe, is our 14th gym leader. Rock-type specialist who leads with Graveler. I think Mega Evolving possibly made some of those more reliable one-shots than they otherwise would have been. Not going to complain at that. Boulder badge, 114.39. There's Blue with his definitely not blue hair. Penultimate rare candy just before the penultimate gym. In we go, should be a very easy battle. Just fling some rocks at his fire types and they go away. And now we've just got one more gym leader to go. Aero is doing very well. Remarkably well, even. Rock Slide's probably going to hurt a little bit. Hopefully that'll be the worst damage we take in this battle. Possibly a range on the Gyarados. We'll crit it, so we'll never know. Omni Boost. I think it's all over for Blue here. Should probably have swapped to a guaranteed one-shot move. It is, in fact, all over for Blue. 117.04. With that, Mount Silver is unlocked. One final rare candy. And with that, we're already at red. Let's see how we get on. Outspeed one-shot the Pikachu, so we're only battling 5. However, we take a lot of damage from Surf. Goodness me. I'm so sorry to hear that, Gemma. Hopefully something comes your way soon. I feel like we need an Omni boost to get through this Blastoise. He doesn't see the one-shot now, but Rain Dance boosted Surf is pretty deadly. We'll get up to 70. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the Omni boost. Just gotta keep persevering. We'll eventually get the RNG we need. Whoever said we need a crit, you got it for the wrong bloody side after the Omni boost. What are the chances? 1 in 10? With a 1 in 16? Right, hopefully we're through the biggest threat now. Maybe not. And we're paralysed. Brilliant. Back to square one we go. Though I do think I forgot to Mega Evolve in that bloody Omni Boost battle. Yeah, we do just need a little bit of luck. Can't see it taking that much longer, honestly. Nice crit there. Yeah, we didn't bloody mega last time. That was our issue. Chalk that down to inexperience at playing megas and forgetting it's a thing every so often. Goodness me. Finish off by throwing a rock. 123.22. Not a bad time at all, really. Not unhappy of that, especially with it being on a stream. And let's see where that will place us on our leaderboard. We'll be returning the Stolen Bird after the Absol challenge. For now, we're in 4th place. There we go. 4th place for the Aerodactyl. Really not that bad at all things considered. Especially because we had a couple of places where we needed that luck. Now, I do need to take a few moments to get ourselves all prepped up for the Mega Absol challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my mic active for just a moment. Then we are going to go on a quick break. And I'll keep the game up during the break. Because there are a few bits that do need sorting when we change Pokémon mid-run. Got that sorted, got that sorted. Right, I'm going to take a very quick 3-minute break. Hopefully when I'm back, we'll be all good to go. And thank you so much for your patience. It shouldn't be too much longer till we're good to go. Just need to change mapper to the Absol mapper. And then let's go. Hopefully onto the correct thumbnail. Does help. That should just be that. Thumbnail changes. And now we don't have our Absol yet. Welcome in, Peter. I hope you're doing well today. Because I thought I've not actually shown the process to getting a Mega Evolution in the game yet. So the first thing we want to do is go and update our starter Pokemon just here. We'll replace Cyndaquil this time. Hidden Power type. Ooh. Might go Hidden Power Rock. Gonna think about that just for a moment. Because Hidden Power Rock would be really good for Lance. It would also guarantee a one-shot on the Zard at the very end. I think we have to go for a physical Hidden Power type. As opposed to a special. Or we could go for ground. Think we're going to go for rock. Might be a misplay. We do want the encounters to be first ball. Not sure on the edited uploads yet. Easing myself back into it. We don't want Legends Arceus Hidden Power. We don't want to modify our Hidden Power. We don't have an ability on this one. Yes to Pokemon Evolving. Yes to Mega Evolving. No to the Rival. No to Inverse. No to the Professor's Repel. There we go. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure when the prereqs are coming back. Hopefully some point in April. This is our fairly derpy front sprite for Absol. Level 5, 22 HP, Scratch and Leah. 19 in attack, 12 in defense, 14 in special attack, 12 in special defense, and 14 in speed. They're the stats. Let's get the timer up. Let's get challenge number 2 of the day up and running. Two-shot on Pidgey to begin with. And we are going to be racing through these early levels. But then when we get to the later part of the challenge, it will slow right down. If you are just joining, we will be getting Mega Absol after we've defeated Jasmine. In fact, I've changed my mind. I want Hidden Power Ground after all of that. I know it's April Fool's Day tomorrow. I'm taking the day off. Mentioning Jasmine has made me want Hidden Power Ground. I'm going to go for heads. Why not? So, for the second time, level 5, 22 HP. Berry, Scratch, Leah, 19, 12, 14, 12, 14. Let's go. Now, we don't start with Stab this time. And unfortunately, Dark is special. So we're not going to have our ridiculously high stat in a Stab move. I tried getting into Palworld, but it just wasn't for me. A lot of encounters early on this one. I just didn't get into it. It took the parts of Pokemon I'm not that fond of and added a very grindy game behind it. Off we go to name the rival triple question mark once more. And we'll see how we get on with the rest of this one. Nintendo really is an entity upon itself, isn't it? Well, I totally get them trying to protect their thing of things coming out of balls, but I don't think a lot of the PAL designs, well, all of them really, I can see similarities with them with Pokemon, but I don't think they're direct or close enough, I should say, copies to the actual Pokemon for them to need changing, really. There's one of the most important moves we will learn all challenge with Taunt. Won't be particularly pertinent now, but when we get to people like Karen, it's going to be game-changing. Absol's in the Sneasel kind of category there. Its stats are all in the wrong places. Although 75 is not a bad special attack amount. Perfectly serviceable. I don't think we're going to quite see the dizzying heights of Zangoose on this one. But hopefully it'll still be a fairly quick challenge. Would not surprise me if Whitney cross-chopped. The luck we've been having at her lately. Let's take on Falkner. There we go. Falkner done. 505, but we haven't done Sprout Tower. So let's now move on towards Azalea Town. Thought I'd give Taunt a quick test there. Lots of encounters. You want to introduce your sons to the Pokemon games? That sounds like a very good idea. At least it's just Hoppip we're encountering. I think this one's really going to start getting its legs as a run once we reach around about level 26. When we're able to boost our physical attack. That's when we know that the challenge is pretty much negligible at that point. Level 16 acquired. Definitely do not want to encounter Hiker Anthony with us being weak to the fighting type. I like the Gen 5 soundtrack. In terms of a TM-HM learn set, Absol's is really bloody good. Considering it doesn't have hands, so it can't get the punches. There are a couple of decent physical attacks in there hiding, just about. We do have Headbutt, we've got Shadow Ball as well. If we're really desperate, we've even got Fury Cutter. Through the rockets. Yeah, Perish Song will definitely be the key to win. We're at that point in the challenge at the moment where we don't have the moves that we need. We're stuck with two non-stab based 40 power moves. That is true, we will get Swords Dance soonish, but we're slowing right down with those levels. Now we are weak to Bugsy, so we've got to hope that that doesn't bite us in the bum. which, having quick attack, pretty much guaranteed the win there. We are just shy of getting bite for this battle. So we'll have to fall back on Mud Slap. It's still a one-shot. Nice crit there. And we'll say goodbye to Leah in place of Bite. Oh god, we've not called the HM friends. Knew there was something missing. Let's catch them now. It's in such a rush to get through Bugsy. Forgot about doing these. Timer, please. There we go. Finally, we have a half-decent move. Razor Wind is genuinely one of the worst moves in the game. I am yet to find a good use case for Razor Wind. And into Goldenrod we go once more. Headbutt Diglett half to death. I can't remember Mega Absol's speed, so I'm going to pick up the Quick Claw just in case. 115 definitely don't need the quick claw then, goodness me. Of course we've been sent to sleep. I should have taunted at the start of this. Into our third gym. One-shot Clefairy, probably a 3-shot on the Miltank. $16.39 for 3 badges. Mega Absol is a very, very strong Pokemon. Yeah, Absol can definitely hold its own, even without the Mega. I'll probably do regular Absol as a prereq fairly soon. And then compare its time to the Mega time, which we'll see on stream. Useful flinch there with headbutt. And in case you missed it on the first challenge of today, that is where we get the first part of our Mega Evolution. Two challenges in a row, Miller has managed to crit us. He's not being very nice. That's a very good question. Mega Beedrill is already coded in. Though I feel like Snowy would do Beedrill a lot more justice than me. Welcome in, Oddish. I hope you're doing well today. It's a very nice day weather-wise. Why am I trying to teach Rock Smash to that? $27.5 in your room. Jeez, that is a bit warm. I do have a 3-drill ROM, actually. A 3-drill hack where you dress as a bug catcher. And you pick out all 3 Pokeballs at the start and they've all got B-drill in. Interesting. Need to fix Taunt's interaction with Curse there. Shouldn't have any issues at all in this gym, though. We have huge attack. We've got a super effective hidden power. So I think this one's a little bit of a foregone conclusion. Let's take on Morty. We'll do a single sword stance just to be doubly sure. There we go. Very, very easy battle. But of course, we haven't gone towards Lighthouse yet. Bloody Magnemite. We were in the grass for one extra tile and we get the encounter. What makes you say Absol kind of sucks? When you've got an attack as high as 130, you don't need to worry about stab too much. Plus, there's still a 75 in special attacks fall back on. And for Gen 2, 75 speed is fairly quick. No, we kept Jasmine waiting a fair while last time. We're not going to do that this time. Because we're going to do Jasmine as our 5th leader. Because Chuck is probably a little bit too on the dangerous side at the moment. My logic here is we have Swords Dance, we have Hidden Power Ground. Should be able to make something happen. And we've won this battle. Was one of very few times where we've got the miss on Iron Tail when we actually needed it. Doesn't happen too often, but we grab it with both hands when it does. Absol always reminded me of a Dark-type Meganium. It's like Meganium in its emo era. Let's take on Chuck. Well, the 2 gym leaders who have the type advantage over us didn't manage to stop us at all. We were talking about that earlier, about how fighting type has aged like a fine wine. It's just been getting better across the generations. Because in Gen 1 and 2, fighting was fairly unviable because there wasn't a decent, reliable, moderately strong fighting type move. I do love Flamigo. A nice lemon drizzle cake in the oven sounds absolutely bloody gorgeous, you know. Oh no, we knocked out the shiny again. Doing things in a really awkward order. But it seems to be working for us. Of course, we will get a heal after Jed. So we don't need to worry too much here about Headbutt having 0 power points left. That would not surprise me at all about Lance. He's the kind of arsehole who would do that. Would not surprise me if there are multiple people blasting their stereos. That was so loud earlier. I've shut the window now. Lance does not know what head ponies are. Very quick heal for PP purposes there. I would say Hidden Power Ice and Hidden Power Ground if you can't get... Or should I say Hidden Power Ground if you can't get Earthquake? I don't think Absol does get Earthquake. So we're running on the backup learn set, as it were. Yeah, we don't get Crunch either, which is kind of strange. There we go, through Border Douglas. Joseph has a lot of ghosts all bunched together. And that is the Glacier Badge acquired. That is true, not to be confused with a Glacier Mint. We will be taking a very quick break once we're through the ice path and have done our vitamin shopping goldenrod. I'm now, what, 5 for 5 on that strength boulder? Very, very happy about that. Grab that elixir, might as well. Grab that nugget. Off to goldenrod we go. So we don't need the 4 nuggets, don't need the charcoal. Not going to use that, not going to use that, or that, or that. Keep hold of Shadow Ball for now. But sell everything else. Use all the vitamins. Do a cheeky little heal. We'll pause the timer. Now I'm going to take the last break of the stream. Have a big stretch, get a bite to eat, and I shall see you in about 3 minutes' time, where we'll finish off Absol. And we are back. So sorry about it taking a couple of seconds longer. The lid of my drink wouldn't go back on. We will come back to that Pokemon puzzle after we have beaten Red, just while we're generating up the leaderboard. In the meantime, we've got some rockets to beat up. We are running Mega Absol, there's just no point in evolving at the moment. When we can one-shot. The Megas work exactly like they do in Gen 6, so you have to Mega Evolve each battle. But Absol's just too good at the moment. No sense in wasting the time. There will definitely be certain battles where we do Mega Evolve, though. Cufant's a bit of a forgettable Pokemon, isn't it? Wrong move, Squidge. There we go. Headbutt it into submission instead. Thank you for the tackle, Peach. You're watching on Twitch instead. Shilling Lurking, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. $5 super chat, I beg your pardon. Wrong currency there. My favourite fossil? Ooh, good question. My favourite fossil is probably the one that's worst to do in Gen 2 sprite-wise. And that is Tortuga and Caracosta. Love their design. Congratulations on your shiny Cufant. Malik, if you look on screen now, there is a Mega Absol. We Mega Evolve every so often when we need it. Let's get out of here. Also, if you hear something that sounds like the rumbling of a Boeing 747, don't worry, it's just my tummy again. I do want to get the fossils in. We did Arcto something. I think it was Arctovish or Arctozolt. I can never remember which one's which. Over Christmas last year. Water gun is so pathetic, isn't it? He loses because his team has all the depth of a shallow puddle. Oh no, we've been quick attacked by a rat. Whatever will we do? We can count from 3 backwards. Maybe. Can't believe I messed that up, as I was making a joke about how easy it was. Beat up Dunkin' Donuts there, and we'll move on to this rocket. When I worked in Manchester, you know, I never went in the Dunkin' there. Always meant to. But by the time I'd finished work every day, I just wanted to get home. I had a very, very brisk jog to catch the early train to get home. Which with bus timings saved me around about an hour and a half compared to the other one. use one of the elixirs here. Save having to go in the Pokemon Center. We shouldn't need to heal. For HP purposes, anyway. Perish Song? Absolutely not. That, along with Self-Destructs and Explosion, are the 3 worst moves in challenge running. When you're doing a solo run, anyway. Just one more executive left to go. Then we'll be done with the rockets for the day. Now on Wednesday we are going back to Generation 1. However, there is a Nintendo Direct happening at the very beginning of when I'm due to go live on Wednesday. And it's the Switch 2 Direct, I believe. So if things go to plan, I should be live with Kim initially, having a little look at what's going on in the Direct before we then get into our challenge run. So if you are just wanting to watch the challenge run, it might be 20 to 30 to maybe 40 minutes after we would normally start. Giving you the heads up now in case you've got stuff to do. So there is a little bit more of a buffer. That's why we're doing a Gen 1 run on stream. Because it's shorter, so I can still have roughly the same amount of stream time allotted. Kim's Mad World over on Twitch. Is Kim's channel? She should be, or she's just stopped being live now. She was live. Hunting in Nidoran. I'm not sure if she managed to get it today. But I know that Nidoran has been eluding her for a very long time. One shot on the Dragonair. One shot on the second Dragonair. One shot, would you believe, on the third Dragonair. But not quite a one shot on the Kingdra. Critical hit will do the job, though. Now we get ambushed by this cool trainer who's worse than Claire. .3 is far too hot to be working in. We like getting sub 1 hour Claire. 51.41 for Claire is very good. It's fairly cloudy up here, because the wind's coming from the west, I think, at the moment, so there is a little bit more cloud, because we're close to the coast. So it's not been as warm here as it has been in some other places in the UK today. Nice one shot on the Kingler there. Fills me with hope for the rest of this challenge. And here we go with the last rival battle. No need to sword stance when you've got 225 in battle attack. And with that, we're at the Pokemon League. So we're going to heal up whether we need to or not. We'll say a very big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, mercy to Paris, and thank you to Psyduck. Got that in the wrong order. 4 full restores. Very, very quick look at the stats. Level 51, 149 HP. Megastone with Return, Hidden Power Ground, Taunts and Sword Stance. 171 attack, 101 defense rather, 116 special attack. 100 special defense, 112 speed, out of battle stats, big buff in battle, we know this against Will. First League member, Psychic type specialist, leads with Xatu. I think Taunts might be slightly broken, unfortunately. One of these heals. There we go. Did that in the wrong order. Should Mega first. Oof, cross chop hurt. I have just noticed a bit of a bug. Our attack gets recalculated if we level up when we're Mega. Which is why we didn't get through Machamp first time then. So really, we can take a minute off the time. The resets shouldn't count. We'll make a decision about those at the very end. I'm going to very quickly pause the timer. I just want to do a quick experiment here. Right, so it's not factoring in Sword Stance when you Mega Evolve. I need to work on that code to make sure it does. Bit of an edge case there that we hadn't really thought about. But we can work with it. Just means we've got to be a little bit more careful with where we're Sword Dancing and where we're Megaing. Not that it matters too much, anyway, with Absol. Sub 1 hour league, even with the little bug we found there. Not going to complain at that. Let's get Kanto underway. We will welcome back the HM friends. We're going to get on the boat straight away. We're not going for any more rare candies. We are very much in go mode now. Oh, sugar. Getting ahead of myself. We shouldn't need any more rare candies for the entirety of this challenge. Because when we Mega, we gain a lot of speed, so we should be able to outspeed Pikachu. That's surge done. Up next is going to be Erica. One shot on Tangler, that's probably the bulkiest she's got. There we have it, Rainbow Badge in 103.58. Time for Janine. Should be a trivial affair. No surprises there with Janine. We'll go in here to heal for PP purposes. A little bit quicker than doing it from the bag. Especially because we've got a dip in there anyway. And let's take on Sabrina. That was the Sabrina battle. Not too much long left of this challenge either now. We are getting to the point where our levels are starting to slow down. Because we're only level 60 going into Misty. Got a feeling that was a range there against Lapras. $109 on the nose for Misty. Pick up Zap Cannon, not that we can learn it. Grab the X-Men card. Run away from Snorlax because it's quicker. Completely destroy all of Brock's Pokemon. Jeez. Only 2 more badges left to go. Starting off with Blaine. That Macago did not stand a chance with the crit. Didn't stand a chance without the crit. That was a little bit overkill. $111.51 for Blaine's badge. Let's take on Blue. Alakazam's got no defenses, so it doesn't matter that we dropped a little bit there. Executor normally goes for a 2-turn move, but we'll just crit it. 112.47. One more battle left to go. We're in a weird paradox situation where technically we're resetless, but we aren't resetless because the resets we got were due to bugs. That is true, bugs are effective on dark types. Messed that up there. Thought I was on the mega menu. Let's just get rid of the Pikachu. $116.06. Ooh. In the right circumstances, we could get that resetless and possibly battle for record time. That was not a bad run though. While I'm getting the leaderboard up, I will stick on the Pokemon quiz. One rare candy was necessary so that we didn't level up after we'd megaed. Yeah, while the leaderboard is generating up, stick on this again. See if it works. Right, it seems to be timing out on the YouTube chat. That is the issue. So if I reset it manually, if I can find it, there it is. We'll reopen it and see if I just need to keep the YouTube chat active. It's good to know regardless. So if I do that like that, there we go, it's come through. In the meantime, I will get the leaderboard all up. And we are in second place. I reckon, you know, if we did a redo, knowing what we know about the Mega Evolution bug, or even just scrap Mega Evolution right until the very end, we could easily beat Zangoose's time. That is one of our fastest times we've ever done together on stream, though. So I am very, very happy about that. Whew, can decompress now. That was a very fun Pokemon to run. A few bugs in it, but that's part of the fun of backports. With that, though, there isn't much else left to do today. So I hope you've all had a lot of fun. I have definitely had a lot of fun today. We will return Kenya. Can I grab an OBS source? So we can at least have the game up while doing this. Because, of course, we're not thieves here. We always return our Kenya at the end of every single stream. And today is no different. So Kenya, has been an absolute pleasure over the last, goodness, 3 and a bit hours, but you've got to go home. We'll hand over Kenya, we'll get ourselves the Nightmare TM. We'll chop that tree back down, make our way manually to in front of Nurse Joy here in Violet City. And with that, we're done for another one. So I really hope you've all had fun today. If you have, please do make sure to like the stream if you are on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, thank you so much for watching as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will be back on Wednesday. We're going to do the Nintendo Direct into Marill in Pokemon Yellow. We've got more Nuzlocke Fridays next week, or this Friday I should say. And then next week we'll have to see what we're doing as well. For now though, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you all very, very soon.